1 in 10 obese children will be from India, according to a BBC article. But why is this happening? Common sense tells me that it has got everything to do with our packaged products. So I decided to dig deeper and I tried to measure and see what kind of ingredients I was ingesting myself as a kid. As a kid, I used to love chocos, Bournvita, Boost, chocolates. We are not gonna cover each and every product that ever existed in the Indian market, but we are gonna discuss 3 of them in this video. And trust me, what I uncovered will shock you. Let's start with the first product I used to love as a kid, Bournvita. It claims to give strength every day, mental strength and immune strength. Let's see how it covers those things. The packaging says that if you have 2 cups a day, it will cover 50% of your vitamin D intake. What it didn't mention was that if you have 2 cups, it will also cover 50% of your sugar intake. According to the packaging, 1 serving has somewhere around 6.5 grams of sugar. So that means 2 cups has around 13 grams of sugar. A kid is supposed to have somewhere around 24-25 grams of sugar per day. Not supposed to have, but they can have, because sugar is not something that your body needs, especially white sugar. So if you have 2 cups per day, you're basically covering 50% of your daily sugar intake. For me, the story was worse. I used to have 3 cups as a kid. I love Bournvita, and I remember I used to have a cup of milk with Bournvita in the morning, in the afternoon and at night. So 3 cups, that means 20 grams of sugar. A physical representation of 20 grams of sugar. So there you go. That was the amount of sugar I was putting inside my body as a kid. I think the D in vitamin D actually stood for diabetes. The second ingredient I want to highlight is Maltodextrin. Maltodextrin, if you don't know, it's an ingredient that acts as a thickener in these kind of shitty products. And it also acts as a sugar replacement if your product is sugar free, which we'll discuss later in the video. Maltodextrin basically is in this drink, and maltodextrin is known to increase your blood sugar levels really high. In order to put it into perspective, the spike is worse than sugar. So if you're a diabetic patient, I would suggest you to stay away from this ingredient. And also the third ingredient I would like to highlight is liquid glucose, which is just another form of sugar put into this substance. Now, although Bournvita does have some cereal extracts, but in my opinion, it's just not enough. Parents are giving their children a lot of sugar unknowingly, and that is dangerous for the Indian society. Let's move on to the next product. The next product is real juice. For this video, I'll cover the Alfonso real juice. It claims to be really safe and nutritious on their packaging. A marketing poster says, ensure daily dose of fruit nutrition. Let's see how much fruit this real juice has. In the packaging itself, it's written that the juice has around 22% of Alfonso pulp. The rest of the ingredients have got nothing to do with Alfonso. Imagine you go to a juice wala and you ask for a mango juice, and he takes a cup and he adds like 22% of mango juice and he adds other kind of crap in it, and he gives you that. Will you drink it? Well, that's what's happening here. In 150 ml serving size, there's 17 grams of added sugar. I'm not talking about total sugar, I'm talking about added sugar, which, if you remember, is more than 50% of your sugar intake. But I remember I used to have at least a 200 ml glass, and in that there was 22 grams of sugar. Just a visual representation of 22 grams of sugar. So there you have it. This is just one drink. Bear in mind that these are just numbers for like 150, 200 ml glasses. If you go to a party, you generally drink a lot, and those numbers can pile on pretty quickly. If I still step aside and see the total sugar in a 200 ml glass, that comes around 30 grams of total sugar, which is just alarming. Real quotes behind their packaging: something that's good for children should also make them smile. That's why what your child needs is a unique blend of fruit goodness and irresistible taste. At Real, we believe healthy is happy. In the statement, what intrigues me is that they have used the word need. It's like you need to have this product to bring a smile to your child's face and some nutrition in their body. What parents don't know is that they're only bringing sadness in the future of their lives with type 2 diabetes. The third product I want to cover is Brittania Nutri Choice. I remember when my grandpa was alive, he had type 2 diabetes, and I remember him ingesting this biscuits because he thought that these biscuits are healthy. Even some doctors he visited asked him to have these biscuits. This is such a sorry state for our Indian health. Anyway, the packaging claims to be the go-to high fiber snack. It also claims to have zero added sugar, which is true, but another ingredient, if you remember, increases your blood sugar level way higher than sugar does. I hope you've guessed which ingredient I'm talking about. First of all, this biscuit has a lot of palm oil. Palm oil, if you don't know, is notorious to have a lot of saturated fats. Now, I am not against saturated fats, but the studies that are done on this oil are abundant in nature, and you can go and see for yourself how unhealthy this oil is. Basically, because of this oil's nature, it clogs the arteries. It also results in type 2 diabetes in some individuals. And last but not the least, this oil is also known to cause cancer in some individuals. So not the healthiest of oils you can use in the product, and this has a lot of it. Coming back to the first ingredient I was talking about, if you still haven't guessed it, it's the return of maltodextrin. Now look at the hypocrisy of this product. They market it as 0% added sugar, basically marketing it towards people who have type 2 diabetes. Like my grandfather, he was a consumer. He went to the market and he saw the label 0% added sugar. He knew he had type 2 diabetes and he picked up the product. But he didn't know the fact that this product has a lot of maltodextrin, which can eventually again cause a very high spike in his blood sugar. Again, rephrasing, higher than what sugar does. So on one hand, they haven't added sugar so that they could market the product as 0% added sugar, and on the other hand, they have added the replacement to sugar, which causes a higher spike in blood sugar than the sugar itself. Make it make sense, people. Now, if I were you, what I would do is I would stay away from these products. Not only these products discussed in this video, packaged products. FSSAI is a joke in India. It has hand in gloves with the government and it has got nothing to do with our health. It is my request to young Indians and young parents who are giving nutrition to their children to make sure that they eat responsibly. In later videos, I will discuss some issues that I had in my own life, some health issues that I attribute to these kind of eating habits. And I hope through these videos that it doesn't become too late for your child or for your own life.